Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is main event time, as it is going to be a holiday spectacular main event. And in case you guys were wondering where Shawn was, of course he was preparing for his match. In this epic Team Warfare match, it is Team Claus, or Team Christmas, versus the Grinch and the anti-enthusiastics, if you would. The anti-Christmas group, which consists of the Grinch, Jazz Fitness, and the original Gangstas, Ice Cube and Ice-T. And this should be one for the ages, ladies and gentlemen, as there is no intros for this one, folks. It's right down to action as Santa Claus, nice suplex on the Grinch. Again, folks, this is one of those matches where the Santa Claus never actually got a match against the Grinch, and the Grinch never got a shot at Santa Claus. And remember, the Grinch did try to steal Christmas once. He's been on the naughty list for quite some time, so now Santa is bringing it to the Grinch, as is his group. And of course, Santa's collective army. He has, of course, Buddy the Elf, but in addition, he has Frosty the Snowman, ladies and gentlemen. Frosty the Snowman is, in fact, an icon, if you would, and he's very good friends with Santa. In fact, a lot of people say if it wasn't for Santa, Frosty wouldn't even probably exist. Since we really don't know where the old silk hat was found or where it came from, a lot of speculations and scientists have kind of narrowed it down as the Grinch taps out to Santa Claus, which that'll be the end of Santa. That'll be into him as Jazz Fitness comes in to taste on Santa. And Jazz Fitness, I think, has gotten into the eggnog and the fruitcake one too many times, it appears, because he looks like he's had one candy cane away from diabetes right there, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, Frosty looks like he is intent to get into this ring, as Jazz Fitness now picks up old Saint Nick and drives him to the ground. But as I was saying, scientists have actually narrowed it down. They actually now believe that the old silk hat was actually lost by one Santa Claus one time, one Christmas. And then when Frosty found it, of course it had magic in it, Santa's hat. So that is where people believe the old silk hat came from. It did belong to one Saint Nick, as that was two pinfalls that Jazz Fitness tried to get on Santa Claus, as he is stalking now old Saint Nick. This can't be good. And Santa has been introduced to the ground again. And that's two, and that's three, folks. I think Santa's out. But Frosty comes in, and he looks fired up, folks. He looks, Frosty tried getting the scoop on Jazz Fitness, and Jazz Fitness just put a fist right in his face. Jazz Fitness, of course, you guys know, he's not one for fun and games. He is not a Christmas guy. He doesn't like Christmas at all. He is anything that has to do with happiness and jolliness. If it's not him, he cannot stand. So, and now Frosty has been slammed to the ground by Jazz Fitness. Of course, you won't forget, I think a lot of the reasons why Jazz Fitness is probably pissed, he's probably been on Santa's naughty list since, the 80s, so he probably hasn't got anything but coal, that apparently he's eaten all of it. As the original Gangstas, Ice Cube and Ice-T, are yet to get into this ring, as Frosty is just fought off Jazz Fitness, as you see Buddy the Elf and Shawn looking intently on, as Frosty just put feet to the face of Jazz Fitness. 1, 2. Well, that's a 2 count. Jazz Fitness got the shoulder out. People can say what they want about Jazz Fitness. He may be a cocky, arrogant son of a bitch, but he's also one tough son of a bitch. As now Frosty with the icicle pick on Jazz Fitness, and there's a 2 count. That's a 2 count only. Almost got it there. Frosty's going to get Buddy the Elf to come in and try his hand against Jazz Fitness. A little bit of a size difference, but Buddy is sizing up Jazz Fitness. Maybe Buddy knows something I don't. Oh, there's a fireman carry. And now, that's not going to be good for Buddy. And Buddy has just been dropped. That is a drop plex by Jazz Fitness. And there's the pin. Buddy you already saw Buddy in the match earlier, but he didn't want to let Santa down. So if Santa was going to call on someone to help him out, of course it would be Buddy the Elf. As Buddy now sends Jazz Fitness hurtling over to the top rope. And he goes after him, to his credit, as the original Gangstas are out there, and that is not the area you want to get into. As Buddy has a sleeper hold on Jazz Fitness on the outside of the ring. Well, I hope they can beat him out there, because I'm going to tell you, if you can knock him out, I don't know how you're going to get him in the ring. He's a pretty large guy there, Buddy. And, and that is why you don't want to go in the opposite corner, as Ice-T just showed Buddy the Elf why you don't go into the opposite corner to pick a fight. And now Ice Cube takes some liberties with Buddy the Elf. Oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh no, the Record Breaker. And Ice Cube now is stalking Buddy the Elf. Jazz Fitness is trying to recover. Shawn Awesome, I guess, is trying to do something. Shawn Awesome just stopped the count right there. As Jazz Fitness now takes liberties with him. I believe the legal men still is Jazz Fitness and Buddy the Elf, however, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the mayhem we expected here at the main event at the Jazz Vengeance at the Vengeance Christmas Spectacular. And it looks like that's the end of Buddy the Elf. Again, I think his mistake was taking the fight into the wrong area, because I think that was where he came in play, because he kind of got gangbanged by both, Ice Cube and Ice-T, and then Jazz Fitness on top of that, as Shawn Awesome is now being taken advantage of by Jazz Fitness, as he gets powerbombed. And Shawn Awesome doesn't go down so easily, however. I mean, he is their son after all, so he does know a few things about combat and such. He is one half of the, Dream Matches Tag Team Champions. He's also, eventually going to be the badass champion again, maybe, if he ever gets this rematch against Luigi. He's not activated his rematch clause, however, yet, so we'll find out about that. That could be probably a case of the fact of the respect of Luigi. But anyway, Jazz Fitness now. Oh, no. A drop plex for Shawn Awesome was what Jazz Fitness had given him for Christmas. And, Jazz Fitness is all over this young man. I think it'd be best to take it inside the ring, and he might have a chance to get him there. And he makes a big tag, and here comes Frosty off the tag. And he's fired up, folks. He just takes down Jazz Fitness with a kick. And, nice spinning kick by Frosty the Snowman. Who knew that Frosty learned some wrestling moves? But I guess if you're... And now the original gangsta Ice-T comes in. You want to talk about cool as ice? Well, there he is. As Ice-T now hits Frosty with some kicks, and Frosty says, "I don't think so, Ice-T." And there's a candy cane crusher. Oh no, what a move. That is I'm sorry, I was just told that is not the Candy Cane Crusher. That was in fact called the Holiday Wreath Vine. And I see just took down Frosty the Snowman again with a clothesline. Now, you gotta wonder, how is Frosty doing all this without the Magic Steel Cat? But I guess it's Christmas, so anything could happen, as Jazz Fitness stops the count on that one and takes looks like he picked a fight with Frosty, and Frosty said, "I don't think so, Jazz Fitness." And Snapnair wakes him up a little bit. As Frosty goes for the pin, Jazz Fitness still in the ring, as Shawn Awesome took care of that for him. And Frosty is celebrating early. I don't know why, because he still hasn't pinned anybody. It could be the inexperience of one Frosty the Snowman, or also could possibly be because, we all know he had, the eyes made out of coal and the and all that, and the carrot nose and all that, but they never said anything about brains. So we don't know how smart Frosty really is, because I never heard anything about him having a brain. But anyway, he's doing pretty good right now as he's going to pin the old G himself, Ice-T, and Ice Cube, his tag team partner, stops that. The original is now Frosty, who is stalking Ice-T. Yeah, only on this show you ever hear any of those phrases ever being said. As Frosty the Snowman sends Ice-T to the corner and nice spinning elbow. Ice-T helped to his feet by Frosty, and there's a right hand. Uh-oh, this ain't going to be good. No, I didn't think that was going to be good, as Frosty just got the ice picks in his face for Ice-T. And Ryan rolls him up. Oh, trying to break that arm is Frosty the Snowman. Frosty now picks up the OG, Ice-T, and Ice-T reverses. Maybe Ice-T thinks that he'd be better off facing him on the inside. But no, brings him back in. Ice-T gets a right hand, barely does anything to Frosty. Frosty sends Ice-T to the outside. He wants to not go out that ring, I'll tell you that much. That did not work. Uh-oh. Oh, Frosty with a beautiful avalanche powerbomb on Ice-T. But that, again, is not a nice, smart area, because we found out from what Buddy the Elf went outside that territory, it was not a good idea. I'm going to still say it's not a good idea, but Ice-T now turns it on Frosty. Frosty with a kick to the gut. And a right hand, and another right hand, and a kick, and another kick. He's in enemy territory, though. I don't think and there's a nice head scissors takedown by Frosty the Snowman. You guys surprised by Frosty's abilities? I know I am. Anyway, Frosty gets up Ice-T, the OG, and Ice-T reverses. That is not a good time right there. Frosty now helped up by Ice-T. And Frosty sent into Ice Cube's feet. Ice Cube now right hands to the side in the head of Frosty. Again sent into Ice Cube's knee. And again sent into Ice Cube's knee. Who said these guys don't know how to work as a team? Oh, no. And now OG, Ice-T slams his face to the ground. Frosty is taking right hands. And that's a DDT for Frosty the Snowman on the outside. And that could be the end of Frosty. Yeah, I didn't think so. That's a tough area. I told him not to go out there for the record, and he didn't listen. But then again, I'm not out there either. And now the odds are not in Shawn Awesome's favor right here, as it's come down to Shawn Awesome to battle for all of Christmas versus the anti-Christmas establishment of Jazz Fitness in the original Gangstas, OGs, Ice Cube and Ice-T, as they are now picking apart Shawn Awesome. Oh, Ice-T now drives him to the ground. Ice Cube goes for the pin. I guess in some ways, folks, for you people who are sick of the holiday Christmas season already, I guess this is kind of revenge for all the things you hate about Christmas. As Ice Cube is not being very jolly with those knees to the spine. I'm going to have to say if these guys lose, if the guys win, they're probably going to be on the naughty list for probably a lifetime ban, I would have to say. I would have to say they might want to get used to getting cold for the rest of their lives, does Ice-T, Ice Cube, and Jazz Fitness. And Shawn Awesome, unfortunately, does not have someone to tag to help him out of this equation, as knees are in the lower back of Shawn Awesome. Now Shawn Awesome dragged to the center, and more knees to the side, the lower back of Shawn Awesome by Ice Cube. You gotta wonder if Ice Cube knows anything other than knees. Maybe Ice Cube should stay off his knees. Maybe that's why Ice Cube and Ice-T... I don't know, we'll find out, I guess. I guess the old story goes, if it's not broken, why fix it? Ice Cube really likes driving this knee to the lower back of Shawn Awesome. If there's a kick to the head, that's the first different thing he's done since he's been in the ring. You gotta wonder if that'll make or break him. The other thing to wonder is if Ice-T is not successful in putting away Shawn Awesome here, and if he somehow loses, how embarrassing is that after he just kneed him about 100 times? Probably not 100, it was probably close to 12 times, folks. But as the fat ass himself, I'm sorry, Jazz Fitness himself gets in the ring, ladies and gentlemen, and drives Shawn Awesome to the corner. And a kick there, and uh-oh. I don't know why Ice Cube's still in the ring. And there's the record breaker right there, and there's the pin by Jazz Fitness. Of course, Jazz Fitness would take someone else's win. So Ice Cube puts the finishing touches on Shawn Awesome in on Christmas, and Jazz Fitness is the one that simply just easily goes in for the cover. As you see this action earlier, Santa Claus took care of the captain, if you would, the Grinch, who was quick to leave. As you see that tap out right there by the Grinch. But unfortunately, right after that, old St. Nick himself fell victim, as Frosty was next to go. And then, actually no, Buddy the Elf, then Frosty fell victim. And then finally, you know, Shawn Awesome himself found victim. And the Grinch in the anti-holiday establishment have won this match, ladies and gentlemen. So your winner, the Grinch, Jazz Fitness, and the original Gangstas, Ice Cube and Ice-T. Not saying I believe in it, but it is possible, I guess. Christmas, things happen. There are Christmas miracles, and there's one for the ages. This is Jazz Vengeance signing off, and wishing you all a very happy, healthy, and fun holiday season. And as always, may all your dreams come true. You just got jazzed by vengeance. Don't be afraid. Be terrified.